everybody. Timwrite live coming from Jean Rousseau in Manhattan. We are joined by the CEO and the Chief Design Officer of Version Watches. We got a beautiful catalog here. We got the watches themselves. We got the people. CARLA is the Chief Design Officer, and CYBÈLE is the CEO. Girls, take me to the beginning of the brand. What's the story behind Version Watches? How did the brand come to life? Was there a problem or an idea that you tried to solve?
Well, that might be a question for CYBÈLE.
She started the core of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had some few experiences in beautiful maisons like Cartier, Bulgari, and I saw that there was some problem with the creative risk-taking because there were a lot of homage watches, a lot of re-edition, but not so much new designs. And then I had a really bad selling experience to another boutique where I wanted to try a watch and they refused it because they said it's a man watch. And I was like, it's a watch for me if I want to try it. And then I just go out without the watch because I couldn't try it. And I was like really not happy. And I thought like, okay, I think that maybe we could try to do something to create a new vision with like creative risk-taking watches with a good selling experience, to try to get a different communication, to try to take together the different type of clients, people like men, women. And then I decided to create the Version Watches Maison, but to do it I needed the best designers that I knew. So I contacted CARLA because she was like amazing with like object design. I was in architecture interior design, so I need a designer, so I needed someone that is used to work on really small objects. And then we started the process to try to find the good idea and the good design. And so we came on board.
We sketched and sketched and sketched. Like you got the
CARLA,
drawings here,
so let's see here. When you joined Version Watches as a Chief Design Officer, what was the first challenge that you faced when designing the identity for Version Watches?
I think it was like truly something that embody our vision for design, because we're designers, so we wanted to get something more, something extra in our design, in our product, in our watches, because this is like a timepiece that is supposed to be timeless. So this is why we got some references from timeless designs that is inspired from vintage automotive, architecture, Bauhaus architecture, if you know the movement.
Yes.
It's
Love Bauhaus.
a lot of references from this. Or a beautiful chair made by a designer named Charlotte Perriand from the 30s. And she worked with another architect whose name Le Corbusier, that you might know. He's a famous architect and designer as well.
Okay.
And this woman created a chair that is inspired a lot this collection.
Yeah.
This is why it's named like as an homage to her chair, because her chair was named LC4. So this collection is named B01 LCC.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah. And we took some inspiration from the Aston Martin from the 60s also, because I'm really fan of the classic cars. And we wanted to create like a new see-through with a dial to be able to show the engine without seeing everything.
Yes.
So yeah, we wanted to create a window to the creativity and fine watches without showing everything. Yeah.
It's actually like a game we propose to people who wants to see the drawings, is to find the first reference that inspired our collection. So they have a look and they're just looking for what got this main inspiration. And I don't know if you're able to...
Let me flip the camera over here so we can get a really good look to show like just the sheer amount of designs that you guys went through until you settled on what you
What we
decided
call-
what you decided to choose as the first model in the launch. But I see actually a lot of potential in a lot of these designs that could become watches in the
Yeah.
future. You never know, right?
We don't get
And
Yeah.
this is the first drawing of the
Uh-huh.
version. And when I saw this, I said to Carla, it's the one, but it's too aggressive.
Yes.
We have to rework it
Yes.
again and again and again. So, it's like a new version. And
Yeah.
so we started to redrawing it to some other proposition. And then the transparency just came like a box. And we decided to try to, finalize the design. But it was just the first step because after you have to create the watch.
Yes.
With like a real object.
To make it possible. So we went through a lot of
no from makers.
Yes.
From watchmakers.
Sometimes it was impossible to do.
They said what you're looking for, the composition you want is not doable. It's not feasible.
it's too thin or it's too
There's too many layers.
Too many layers and stuff, and we wanted something, and we want
we didn't want to do any compromise.
Yeah.
and on the beautiful watchmaking that you have inside. So
So we changed the
we
makers.
changed.
So we found
We found the right technical partners that say, okay, it will be difficult, but we will find a way.
Yes.
Yeah, and they found a way.
A great watchmaker once told me, his name actually Bernard Lederer. He told me that that you have to, he's a very successful watchmaker now, but he said that you have to do the impossible. Like that's the challenge of watchmaking is doing stuff what people say that can't be done. So there would always be some kind of a challenge, and the design will come to a certain point, and then they'll say, okay, well, this is as far as this could be done. And the challenge for the watchmakers is what you guys done. You found something that people said this is impossible to do, and you made it possible. So that is incredible. And tell me a little bit about the version name of the company. Right? It sounds very intriguing. It's almost philosophical. Where did that come from, and how does that inspire your design?
Well, the idea is that we will never be okay with just the first version from watches. And if we propose new collections, they have to be like totally new proposal. Like we don't want to just do another dial color. We want to try new things, try new design, and to try new ideas. So this is the why. Like version is to bring back creativity in the watchmaking world without erasing the tradition of this beautiful industry. But yeah, it's like new version, new identity, new quality, and new perception that even a non-expert or collectors will see that it's a different proposition, because we want it to be understandable to people that don't really know watchmaking also.
It's also a private joke, because as a designer, as a creative person, and working in a creative job, you oftenly do what you think is like the file, your digital file you're working on. It's called V1, but then the client or someone is not happy, so it's V2, V3, V4, till V65 for
And
the
then
same projects.
final, last final.
And since we studied together design and
business, so we know the pain to create so many versions.
But at the end, you have to be proud of your product.
Exactly.
And so the watch brand is French, where a lot of design kind of comes from. It's like the country known for its design, renowned for it. And how do you guys balance the French design sensibility with the Swiss or the global watchmaking tradition? Is there a conscious blend, or do you like? How do you combine these two?
Well, Switzerland is really proud of this watchmaking knowledge.
Yes.
but they know that we have like a lot of strength in the design, so they're really proud to be part of this adventure.
Mhm.
And I think that in France we have the creativity and the freedom to try new things. And
Yes.
if someone saying no,
Yeah.
you know, in French we say no, or no, maybe. And I think that it's a perfect match because we wanted to try new things, but we wanted to have like the perfect quality. And this is how we get, you know, this bridge between creativity and technique. So it's like a binational bridge, also the best of both worlds.
Yeah, the best of both worlds.
Wow. And France is actually has a lot of famous watchmakers there. Breguet, one of the most renowned, legendary watchmakers in the world. That's where the brand started. That's where he's done a lot of his stuff. And now you have a lot of newer brands that are starting over there. Do you want to kind of are you inspired by Breguet and other French watchmakers, or you want to do new stuff and use the kind of architecture as your inspiration?
I think it's always good to like admire what has been made and like beautiful maisons that have been there for hundreds of years and created amazing stuff. We're always like so admirative of this. But what we want is to create something on our own and to offer something different.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're like watch enthusiastic, so we admire this maison, but we will not take inspiration from the watches. We will take inspiration from other fields of design, because if you take inspiration from other watches, you will create a watch that will look like another watch, and at the end it's a cycle.
That's...
And we wanted to, you know, think outside the box.
I think people who follow watches a lot lately, they're kind of starting to get bored because so many watches are starting to look alike in the watch space. But let's take a closer look here at the watches, and you guys can guide me through some stuff here that we're looking at. So here we go. So let's take a look at I don't know which one would you like to start with? The color.
I mean, they all have their own identity. This is what we wanted to set in place for this first collection. It's all limited edition, 100 units per color. But we wanted something that fits every need. So we've got like strong communities for each color, which is like so cool to notice. We've got the blue one, which is called the Tempête, Tempest in English. A storm, yeah, exactly. This one is Éclat. It's shiny, yeah. And the last one is Rosé, and it has a stainless steel pink tinted, rosé tinted case. And they're all stainless steel, but we wanted to offer different composition with different finishes, even though it's the same design. Like you've got a different look, and like you live with them differently according to the color. Like this one, for example, you can see the mechanism well better than on a white grid, a really white mesh, because by optical illusion you understand the mechanism and what's hidden behind better because the color is slightly darker. So you see this one, people, they like it because it's kind of like hypnotizing, and you don't know what you're looking at first because there's so many finishes and because you can see the mechanism so well. So it kind of like it's a bold composition, this one, where the other one, this one is more about elegancy and a uniform and monochromatic composition. So this one, people like it because they're used to like a really beautiful and pure white dial, and it's kind of like it's a quiet luxury vibe, and it absorbs the light as well. So it has less game light, but it's more elegant and discreet.
Yeah, and we saw that the sartorial community really liked it, like with the tailor-made suits, because they wanted to have, you know, like a classic watch, but with a twist.
Yeah.
With like classic suits that have a twist also.
Yeah, it looks great with the suit.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good. So we did the first photo shoot with some suit like it, and it's really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And the third one is like it's a banger. Like
With a deep blue.
It's a blue.
Yeah, people who likes blue and looking for a good blue, because sometimes it's hard to get a good blue on a watch.
Yeah.
When they find it, they're in love with it. We've got a really strong community on this one, and this one got selected for many competitions.
Yeah.
The GPHG selection in Geneva.
Oh, wow.
Gold Prize of Geneva.
And
La Montre de l'année, which
yeah.
is the watch of the year in France.
Yeah.
And it's really elegant. The dial design is very simple, but yet there is every detail is very meticulously chosen, and the case shape is also extremely minimalistic. Is this because right now, like, it's so popular to do crazy cases. Everybody is doing crazy cases, but it's actually very rare to see a nice, really well proportioned case. So you've done actually a really fantastic job proportioning the watch and how it sits. Everything is really balanced. Tell us about the choices. Like, why did you choose to go with this type of a, dial and the case, or the elegance, rather than just doing crazy complex stuff?
We wanted to have a watch that you can wear during your work day and that is stylish enough to be wear on a diner and to like a fine dining experience just after. Like, we wanted a watch that you can wear during the work day.
Yes.
And we wanted like a watch that could fit most of the wrist. That's why we chose the 38 millimeters dimension.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to be able to speak to, men, women, thin, medium waist, or bigger waist. And it's one of the choices that we try to do, like how we can have a watch that is cool during your work day, and that you will be proud of wear, and you can have as a couple, like you can have it and exchange it.
You can share it. This is why we have quick release straps. So it's like you can do it at home, as we know.
Yeah.
We offer different kind of wide range of leather strap and canvas straps. So you can actually buy a model that you like with your partner and share it according to your outfit. So that's pretty cool.
They're very unisex watches. It could be a man or a woman could wear it. You could do whatever, whoever you are, you can wear the watch, and then also the colors, right? You could choose depending on what the occasion is. The color could be chosen. Could you tell us about the production side? What are the watches? Where are the watches made? And what's the philosophy behind the manufacturing partnerships that you guys build?
I mean, we chose Switzerland because, like, it's well known that internationally, Switzerland is a master in watchmaking. So we wanted the best of the best to start this maison. And we started with a supplier that is based in Bâle. So the north of Switzerland.
Okay.
Yeah, and the assembly is near to the Swiss Jura.
Yeah.
And the movement is Celita SW201 AG, because we wanted to have like a strong movement and that is repairable, that we can find easily. Because it's really important for us to have like a long-lasting watch that we can repair, that we can keep.
Yes.
And then that our client will be able to give to their child or
exactly, like for generations. And like it's open work because the case back is open, so you can actually see through see through the grid, so it's kind of fun. Like they want to play with it as well. So
Oh
That's very
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me show you guys. This is very cool little detail here.
close up.
I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah. I'm gonna zoom in, guys. Very close. Check this out. If you see here, is the watch moving, and you can see the mesh from the underside.
Yeah.
There it is.
Mm-mm.
And you can see it through the front as well. It creates a very cool effect. Wow. I love the hands as well. They're very different. What was the inspiration for these hands?
A lot of work on those ends.
Yes.
We wanted to explore the concept of opening with the hands as well. This is why you have a combination of open
Yeah.
and just straight. So the hidden inspiration on those hands is from fashion.
Yes.
Because you can see kind of like a pin over here, like not a pin. How do you
Yeah, it's
say?
like a
Needle.
Needle,
So
a needle,
needle.
a needle.
And when it's getting closer, it's like a safety pin.
Yeah, that you use in fashion for
Yeah.
textile.
Oh, I see.
So people who knows,
Wow.
like, who know, they know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so it's kind of like an Easter egg somehow.
That is so cool. I totally see it because when I was growing up, I used to do a little bit of the cross stitching, and this is like the part where you put thread, and I always have to lick the thread to get it in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, I
Wow.
had some experiences at Berluti. And at a party, so I really like fashion.
Berluti.
And,
Yes.
with the beautiful leathers, and it was one of the reference
Exactly.
to create the hands.
Yeah, and when we started the adventure as well,
Yeah.
we worked a lot with the French Fashion Institute.
Mhm.
It's like a huge fashion school,
Mm.
and they
Yes.
work with entrepreneurs to like make it happen sometimes.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of fashion lovers who were like, "Oh my God, I love your hands. It's like so cool. It's fashion
Yeah,
reference."
this was the reference.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's very under utilized in the watch space. We don't see a lot of partnership between a watch brand and a clothing brand in that way. You know, I visited recently Brunello Cucinelli.
Yes.
We got a chance to go behind the scenes and see all like how they're putting all the stuff together. You know, the jackets, the pants, the cutting the cloth. Yeah, they're doing the little stitching. You know, there's the stitch. I think maybe you can remind me. There's a special stitch that's done on like the buttonholes. That's super hard to do, and it's like needlework.
It's like handmade needle.
Yeah, handmade needlework.
Yeah.
Because it's done to protect the material so it doesn't like shred. And but and then at the same time, another friend of mine, he went to the PT Uomo, right?
Yeah.
Pitiomo.
So
Yeah.
we are
Which-
going to be at Pitiomo on January.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
with our first ambassadors
Very
that are in the sartorial and tailoring industry.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be there as visitors for some photo shoots.
Mhm.
But yeah, we really love the Pitiomo vibes and atmosphere and people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's so many cool, fashionable people out there.
Like
But-
Dondi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the vibe.
But the friend of mine said that the watch game was a little bit weak at the PT Uomo, so
Yeah,
they
That's
need
why we're
They-
coming.
the perfect watch right here to wear to PT Uomo. I think this could work with a lot of outfits, and actually this is kind of an idea that I don't think anybody's really doing, like watches for outfits and like how you can match the watch to the outfit that you're wearing, like the fabrics.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, he's obsessed about like 10 mil 10, or is it a 15 mil 15?
Oh.
I don't know. It's like a Zania suit that
Yeah.
uses
Yeah.
a particular fabric, and that's kind of what the top of the dial, right, reminds me of, like some
Yeah.
type of a fabric.
A
Yeah.
textile,
Yeah.
like really like with thread and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, textile.
Yeah.
This is
And
Very
this is,
cool.
This is why, for the leather, like it's so important for us to do some partnership, like with Jean Rousseau,
Yeah.
with this strap, because we think that a watch can have different personalities depending on the strap. And
Mhm.
for the example, for this one, first we had like a black strap, and
Mhm.
when we put this beautiful brown strap,
Oh
it
yeah.
just enlightened the watch.
Boom.
And yeah, and this is why like working with a partner like Jean Rousseau or like other strap manufacturer is so important, and that we want to continue with sweet and tailoring industry, because we think
Yes.
that the watch can complete
Yes.
the outfit, and the outfit can enlighten our watch.
The viewers, they don't know it, but we're actually sitting inside Jean Rousseau manufacturer, where they make all the straps. So behind us over here, well, behind us is the wall, but in front of us are sewing machines. We've got leather skins. We've got all
So
kinds.
beautiful.
skin.
Yeah.
All the colors you can imagine are here.
So Jean Rousseau is a perfect partner for you guys, and a friend of mine and a member of the watch community. Shout out to Double D. He actually got this same strap that you guys are like created, like in partnership with.
It's like
This is a special strap, right?
we chose
we chose
it,
this strap.
Yeah.
yeah, from their like bestseller strap that we know the US market likes.
Mhm.
Because this is like a beautiful washed blue alligator with kind of like golden beige vein. And we saw this strap at Jean Rousseau's office, and we were like, oh my god, it goes so well.
It's a perfect strap to start the collaboration.
Yeah, it goes well with all the colors, because it was like a challenge, like which strap would go well with the three colors of our collection.
Yes.
And this one is perfect.
Mm. It's almost like because the highlight in the blue matches the dial, right? So it's like a salmon dial, which is an iconic color for wristwatches, the salmon. And it's got a bit of salmon here in the grooves, makes it for a perfect match there.
This is why it goes so well with
And
the
that one.
pin case as well.
Wow.
You've got some really like pinky tone here that goes well, and of course like
With
no
the blue
need-
one, it's-
with the blue one is obvious. Like of course it's gonna go well with the blue one, but
Yeah.
those two really they're elevated with this strap. So
Wow. That's beautiful. Love the bespoke straps. By the way, shout out to our viewers who are joining us tonight, possibly future customers. Shout out to Marco. He says, pretty good value, Mickey. They're loving the value. Terry Civil Watch Austin loves the bespoke strap. Shout out to Mickey. Mickey is promoting the brand in the chat. He's putting the link. This is where you can go and buy them, guys. Or contact the ladies on Instagram.
Yeah.
I have the link pinned on Instagram, so
Thank you so
they
much.
can go and follow you. We got Marco, who let's see, Marco, Time Flies, James the Advisor. James the Advisor is starting his own watch company in the United States.
Congratulations!
Studebaker Watch Company. He bought an old car company name. Studebaker used to be like a big car manufacturer, and he's going to be making watches inspired by the cars.
Oh, it's so cool.
Really smart idea there. Let's see, I've also got JMB from UK joining us. Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida. Let's see who else we've got with us tonight. Mona Katzenwald, all the way from Austria.
Yeah.
We got Tim G. Tim G is upstate right now. Breitling Wings, all the way from LA. says always. He says good job. Always bringing the good content, of course. This is what we're here for, to learn about watches and about young watch brand and what it's like to start a company and have a vision that you want to make a reality. And when I saw you guys at Cellini, and I met Carla, and I was really impressed by the watches. And I was just, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. So I was just, Lily, I think you spoke with Lily. And Lily, she had no idea. She didn't know anything about watches. When she came in, she was like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on here." And I was telling her about what is happening. That they were at Cellini Jewelers, which is like a really important boutique location for wristwatches. Like right now, there's so many watch sellers. A lot of them, they just sell online. But Cellini Jewelers, they've been selling watches from that location for so many years. They put a lot of brands on the map. So it was cool to see you guys, visit these places, because that's where the customers are, and you've been so engaged with first of all your clients who bought your watches. You were communicating with them, getting some feedback, and also meeting new people. Can you tell us just a little bit about your experience in New York? Have you what's the best story you guys tell?
So crazy. Like I think we can all agree that New York is like a city of opportunities, and like it's so livingful, and everything's go so fast. So fast.
Oh yeah.
And you just have to decide if you want to take the opportunities or not. But the first big moment is that we wanted to go to Cellini just to have a look and maybe present our watches.
Yes.
We didn't know, but you have to try.
Yeah,
And just we entered the store and there was this big event.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay.
Are we supposed to be here?
Maybe we are not supposed to be here. And then we were like, maybe we will just stick around a little bit. And we started to look at the watches, and then a collector came and started to speak with us and wanted to see the watch, and then another one. And then the retailers started to wanted to have a talk. Then I just like 5 minutes and I came back, and CARLA was doing a live with you.
Yeah.
And then we had some opportunities to meet some people, and we hosted an event the day after at Jean Rousseau. And during the event, we thought maybe all of the New Yorkers, they said, we are coming, will not come, because sometimes we're just polite, and all of them just arrived during the show, and I was really surprised because we were just waiting to present our watches, and we saw like one collector, 2, 3, 4, one influencer, 2, and I was like, amazing. And because we went to the FHH event also, and we saw some influencer, and we started to them like, okay, so we are a young brand and we are hosting an event tonight, you want to come? But there was the watch time event and all of the other private parties. And they were like, okay, I will try to come. And they just arrived. And I was like, wow.
And they came
and
for us and for all the beautiful French brand that you have in the showroom. And it was amazing to see everyone.
And they did some stories and communication, and they wanted to know more about the brand. And I was like, it's so welcoming. And then we had a pizza with the IWC director of the boutique, and sometimes like every day at the end of the day we're like, wow, what a day!
What a day! And every day is
like what a day! And it's just like sometimes you just come to a flagship store, and then you have another opportunity, so you have to run. We work so much in New York, like we're working so much right now. And we received a message then from one of our buyers from the Kickstarter campaign that is based in Atlanta, and say, oh, so I'm in New York and I'm at Wonder. And so we were like, okay, so we can be there in 30 minutes.
And we organized like a last minute meeting
and presentation of the watch.
He was so happy to try on his watch.
The real watch. And yes, it's one of the few stories because it's so crazy since we just arrived. And yeah, so it's so nice to be here and to feel the atmosphere,
Yeah.
meet so many people, so many like watch passionate.
Yes.
So cool.
Yes. It's a beautiful time for a watch collector to be in New York
Yeah.
at this time, where it's Watch Time New York, wind up, and but even when it's not like some kind of big event, there's always events going on around New York City in
Yeah.
watches, because just it's great time to be making watches, I think, and to be a collector, and I think you guys are getting really positive reaction, because the watches are truly incredible. You know, I've been covering watches for 5 years now, and I am really impressed by the watch, the quality, the craftsmanship. How do you guys though define quality at version watches? What is that?
That's a big question.
Yeah. That, because it's important, you know. Is it something about longevity of the watch? Is it about the tactile feel of the watch? Is it precision of the movement, or is it something else? How?
Do you want to start?
Yeah, maybe, because
Yeah.
I know you're going to talk about like
The perception, but we
different-
have other.
Yeah, but I think maybe their quality is, in my opinion, and I'm not objective, like I'm subjective here because I'm a designer. So the composition for me is super important, and the fact that we don't do any compromise on the design is key for version, I think, for the team, because we could do things simple, we could do something that already exists, and not be like a new thing every time. And we don't want to. We want to create new things. We want to have fun. Because what's the point to create a new brand if it's not something we enjoy, and that we have fun at every model and every new colors.
Well, we know that our price point is not the same than Cartier or Bulgari, but I was trying with the Cartier and Bulgari watches. So I thought, if we are creating something, we have to be proud of it and to be able to not be ashamed to show this. So the quality, the details needs to be perfect, and they need to be like how do you say coherent? Like consistent. And
Yes.
so this is a tiny detail, like how you can do the extra mile. Like so you create a cool die, but then can you add some limited edition straps? Are you going to do some work on this part? So now can you take the feedbacks from the customers, because we want to do a long-lasting watch, but that can be something that can create emotion. Because yes, there is the quality, there is the technique, but there is this emotion, and this is the type of perfection that we try to reach, like price, emotion, quality, and the perception that people will have of the watch. So this is how we are working.
I'd even add the user experience, because what we do is, what is key for us is that we meet people and we organize private fitting with people. So we take time to present the house, our vision, what we wanted to share, our inspiration, and to really take the time to meet the person and understand where they come from, like why do they like watches, and talk about what is important
for them.
For us, because we share a passion. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So I think it's part of the user experience as well, is that we don't hesitate to travel to location and organize private fittings with people who want to share and talk and know more about what we do.
We did it in Paris, in Geneva, in Brussels, in New York. We are going to do it in Japan,
In Tokyo.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and meeting people. Like, precision is important, but it's like the design is really important for us, because we're not looking at watch not only for the hours, like for the time. We're looking to feel something, to feel the emotion, to have some souvenir. that is important. Sometimes we have a lot of buyers that buy a watch because they are starting their own company, or because they get promoted, or because they will get married.
Yeah.
So we know that we have to try to create objects and communication visuals that will have the spirit of emotion, of good moments that you can have with your watch.
Yeah, a lot of people buy a watch when they go on a trip somewhere. Let's say they visit Paris. They want to bring home a watch that would truly be inspired by Paris. Right? Getting a Chinese watch with some kind of a picture of a Louvre on the dial. That's terrible, and that's not gonna last
You can do
long
better.
either. Yeah,
You can do
could do better. And if you do something like this, something that's a lot more sensible, that doesn't say Paris unless you know it. You have to know that this is a French design. Then you truly it clicks in your mind. You understand, and the fact that it's a Salida movement. These are going to be basically. It's possible to fix them up and have them running indefinitely.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're buying something like this, you're going to be able to cherish it for the rest of your life, and even pass it on to the next generation, to your kids or to your loved ones. Let's do a few more final questions, and if we have any questions from the chat, guys, put them in, and we're gonna answer those before we end the live stream here. So I want to talk a little bit about brand identity and the market positioning. Okay, what kind of collector or wearer are you designing for? Like, who is the version customer?
You want to start? You want me to start?
I feel you want to know.
So our buyers, they're working in sales, finance, and marketing. But they have like a creative spirit, but they are not doing creative work every day. And they are mostly like collector from Piaget, Cartier, and we had a Patek Philippe collectors also.
Yes.
And they really like independent watches also. And they like the watches that have some watchmaking reference, but also like a jewelry reference or like design reference. So and we had some collectors that stopped to buy watches because they wanted something new and they couldn't find it, and then they restart to buy watches when they saw our pre-order campaign. And we have two type of clients, like the 35, 45 years old and the 55, 65 years old that want to have a meaningful object, that they want to try to have something for their own and to get a present or so this is a type of client. But and in real estate, they're also in real estate. A lot. And some entrepreneur,
and as we said, like in terms of couples buy together, because this is a unisex genderless watch, and you can change the strap super easily, so that's great. And it's always about loving design and beautiful objects, so most of our customers and everyone, they buy our watch because they like beautiful objects they can wear every day, and they can explore and rediscover every time, because there's so many light games on the dial and on the case. So it's like discovering a new watch at your wrist every time you look at it.
It's for those who know the design, right? Because you have so many references from the chair, right? The architecture that inspired some of the elements there.
And those that want something unique, that they didn't see before.
And do you guys see version watches as more of a fashion-driven luxury watch, or is it driven towards a serious horological enthusiast?
I think the second option.
We're not really a fashion watch
Mhm.
because you know it's an automatic watch. It's like with
Yeah.
a lot of design influence, the limited edition. You can see the movements. So, yeah, we're more in the serious watchmaking part.
It's more about watch enthusiasts and people who already have a feet in the watch industry
Mhm,
somehow,
mhm,
but they
mhm.
want something super different, and
Yeah.
that you know like can start a conversation or start like you meet a new people. Oh, what's on your wrist? Like this is the best feeling ever when someone asks like, oh, what's on your wrist and oh, what's on yours? Let's share information. So it's great when you have great references behind it, design references.
Also want to ask you guys about the fact that both of you are women and you're leading a modern watch brand, and how is this is still very rare in the watch industry because it's very much kind of male dominated field. How do you see the landscape in watchmaking evolving for women in watch design?
It's unfortunate that there's not that many women on the field because you know I feel that a lot of women loves watches.
Yeah.
They love watches. They love what we could do, but sometimes the offer is not quite what they want.
Yeah, but the communication also that will not target because a lot of men's watch are unisex watch because now the proportion start to be at 38, 36, even 34 millimeters. So a lot of watches can be wear by both.
Yeah.
But the communication will only target the men, and a lot of women would like to see the watches on the wrist and not the watches alone.
Like a lifestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lifestyle and
yeah.
and to see like how it's the sizing, you know, like how the watch can be on a thin wrist, on a medium wrist, and this is the feedback that we get when we started the print.
They want to see more watches.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
But we know that when we arrive, some people said to us like, "Oh, but women they will not buy watches; they will buy purse. They will buy purses."
Yeah.
Well, you can.
And I was like, "You can buy
Yeah.
both."
Yeah, you can buy
Yeah.
both. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, and so we ask women like, "So do you prefer to buy a watch or a purse or maybe jewelry?" And they get really mad. And they said to us
Yes.
like, "I can buy a purse and jewelry and a watch if I want." And I was like, "Okay."
I got in a fight with one of the women, not in a physical fight, but I was in Venice at the Frollo boutique. It's like they're one of the oldest watch stores in Venice, and there was a lady there with her husband. Husband was trying to buy some big watch, some kind of either Rolex or Omega. He was looking at stuff, and she wasn't wearing any watches. And I was talking to the lady like, why aren't you wearing a watch? And she was telling me, oh, well, I would just get another purse. And I'm like, well, look, you have like 5 purses. You can't wear all 5 of them with you, but with you can wear one of your purses and the watch at the same time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes.
But,
So this is, and
but yeah, we had some, but we find a lot of allies in the watchmaking community that believe in the project.
Exactly.
But
can you talk a little bit about like your mentors or brands that inspire you guys? Whether it's in design or leadership or business philosophy, whatever, if you want to.
well, we have mentors from Cartier and Jaja Lecourte that help us with the price points, the technical specification, and we had some mentors from the jewelry. Maybe that you know these brands, Nouvelle Héritage.
Say it again.
Nouvelle Héritage.
Nouvelle Héritage. No, I never heard of
I
it.
just added the accent on it.
Yeah.
And
Nouvelle Héritage.
and it's a fine jewelry maison that's been launched in the USA, but the jewelry has been created in Paris, and now it's like worldwide. And so Camille, the CEO, is like, she's a strong entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of advice to how to launch a brand, how to do the e-commerce part, how to have, this communication, to, this luxury communication, even as a young brand.
Yeah.
And she gave a lot of PR advice.
Yeah.
Also.
Like mainly our mentors, they advise us how we can do it ourselves.
Yes.
Because there are like only few hands to do it, our ends. So in the end, we need to make it happen somehow.
Yes.
So we know we're not like big huge company with unlimited marketing budgets, but we make it happen. We do it in the end.
Yeah.
So, like what's the obstacle to do it? Like just us. So we do.
Yeah. Look at this, guys. They've designed the watches. Look at this. Look at the like. It's, unless you're here, it's hard to comprehend what these ladies have done. Look at this. They've designed the watch. They've built the watch, and now they're in New York City promoting the watch. This is incredible. What you guys have achieved, all the hard work has been done. Now it's just gonna get easier from here.
Since March.
Yeah,
It's
since
been,
March.
It's been few months only. So
That we launched
Yeah.
the first collection.
I'm very proud of it. But thank you so much for your
Yeah.
support. And we like when people
Like what we do and have the same passion as us.
Yeah, and we try to find like so many mentors or friends that are entrepreneurs that are in the watchmaking industry. For example, one of our mentors, she is in the video game industry. She's the CEO of CYBÈLE, which is like a video game studio, Illusion. And she's in a totally different field.
Yes.
But we ask her like, so how did you get in touch with clients when you can't go, for example, to some watch fair, not watch fair, but video game fair, without a stand? Like, how did you do it? How did you do it? And she said like, okay, so you can go to the fair, you can go to the toilet lines, you can go to the cafeteria and have a chat with people. You can always make it happen.
Yes.
And she helped us with a lot with the slides that we had to present before our pitch, and like we had to find people that make it before us, that were able to improve, find solution. And and another inspiration is Nathalie Massenet that launched Net-à-Porter. And when she started this business, everybody said to her like, it's impossible to sell like luxury clothes on an e-commerce website. And she was like, I think that we can do it.
and she did it.
And she did like Net-à-Porter, she did Mr. Porter, and now she's doing, I think, a venturing company. But
Wow, that's amazing. One final question before I let you guys go. You probably have a busy day ahead of you, but how would you want version watches to be remembered in 10 years?
Can we say maybe that I think version watches like is bold and is not afraid to
Create. So I think we will, like, creativity will be our main focus
up until we die. Like this is like we want to be creative and offer the perfect balance between creativity and
excellence, technical excellence.
it's like from a project to a luxury group,
Yeah.
like getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yes.
But it is like always more creativity, more proposition, and more like emotion.
I think you can see the two roles that we have here. Like I'm thinking creativity first, and she thinks numbers.
Boom.
We
You
have
need both.
we need
You
to
need
do
both.
it.
We have to do. Yeah, sometimes when we have problems, I said to Carla like it's a good problem to have because it means that we have clients, so we have to find solution and it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And those are two different challenges that are very separate. You know, when you're doing the creative work, you gotta have your mind on the creative work. You have to keep doing the design, and the business side of it is just as difficult. And you have to be advising your creative director and like how can you know what's needed, and then you're working together. It's you know because number crunching it's a hard part. It's a very hard, and there's art to it as well. Crunching numbers, making sure that you know you're in the budget with everything. It's very important.
And CYBÈLE is the best for that.
But here's the best also because you did like a design school and a business school because like we did the same double degree together. So Carla understand when I say like, okay, so is it a new details that will convert for the sales? Like, and she will be able to convince me like we need to have this little card on the packaging because it's extra miles, and I said like, okay.
Yes.
And the same, like because you did a design school, we speak the same language. Like we've got our expertise, but we always work together, and this is what makes a great duo, is that we understand each other and we understand that the other one is mandatory.
We cannot do without the business or without the art directions.
And the cost control all the time. Like, we have to find compromise all the time. But it's good, like, we have to defend our ideas. And then sometimes we saw that there is a lot of good results that people say, okay, the price point is good, the product is good. And it's really easier because Carla is doing an amazing design work. To then, you know, go with the watches to some retailers, to some clients. Yeah, it's really easy. Thanks to you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Girls, thank you so much for doing this sit down with me. Thank you so much for showing the watches, sharing the journey, sharing you know the struggles of what it's actually like to be making watches, and actually sharing the final product, which I thought was incredible. And I would highly encourage anyone who found these watches to their liking to pick one of them up. Are they available on the website? How can somebody buy these?
For pre-orders.
For pre-order.
Pre-orders will be delivered in December.
It's just around the corner.
Around the corner.
Thanks to you, thanks to Jean Rousseau to make it possible for us to be in New York. And
Great.
thanks to the viewers.
You've got a great community. I love it.
Thanks for your community.
It's so strong.
They're very passionate. They're just the best people in the watch space, and I'm sure they're going to follow you guys on the Instagram, on your website, and we'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. And I would love to see you guys sometime very soon at Cellini, at the Wind Up, at all the events.
Finger crossed.
Guys, and if you're in New York and if you want to see these watches in person, come to Jean Rousseau.
Yeah, we're here until Tuesday night. So send us a message. We will make it happen.
Perfect. And a big shout out to Jean Rousseau for letting us live stream and use their Wi-Fi.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody. And thank you for all the moderators and everybody in the chat making the show very lovely and fun for everyone. Take care. I'll see you guys at 5 o'clock to continue the watch talk. Bye bye.
Thank you.